Hello and welcome to the first episode of In the Crochet Garden. There's loads of things that I'm going to be sharing with you, hopefully on an ongoing basis. The things that we're going to have a look at today are a finished project, the pattern of which is on my website. I'm also going to be opening 2 packages of yarn for you. And then thirdly, I think we'll take a look at a work in progress. So the yarn that I'm going to be undoing for you today is 2 packages that I ordered from eBay about 2 weeks ago, and one of them I'm fairly certain I can remember what's in the package. I think it's some nice Malabrigo yarn. The other package I can't actually remember what was in it, so that's going to be as much of a surprise for me as it is for you. So that's coming up in a moment. First of all though, I'm going to show you a finished project that I have made. So probably the best way of showing you this project is to hold it up in front of the camera. I'm just going to pop the camera down in front of me like so. And there's lots of photographs of this particular project on my website as well, which is www.inthecrochetgarden.com. This particular project is a beautiful summer blanket. It's called Sunset Crush. You could probably work out why from the colours that have been used. The yarn that I've used for this particular blanket is Debbie Bliss Cashmerino Aran. I've chosen 4 colours. One is a buttercup yellow, the other is a coral. I've used a plain white and also a mallard, which is a bit like a duck egg blue. The reason why I've chosen those colours is that I wanted the hot colours, the coral and the buttercup yellow, to represent the warmth of summer evenings, and you can see that they work really well together to do that. I also wanted to represent though how cool the British evenings can get even in summertime, and that's where the cooler colours come in, so the mallard and the white. I have used a repeating stripe pattern for this particular blanket. I'll hold it up a bit more for you in a moment. You can see that it goes through some single lines or stripes of different coloured yarns. Then it also goes into fatter stripes as well. I also made the decision, a controversial one I think amongst crocheters, that I didn't want to put any kind of edging on it. I love edging blankets, but I think that it has a tendency to make the blanket look like a baby blanket sometimes, or often, and can sometimes look a little bit twee, and this blanket really isn't like that. As you can see, it's quite funky, it's quite modern looking, even though it's using an old-fashioned crochet stitch, a V-stitch there. The instructions for making this blanket are on my website, like I say, and it's free for you to go and have a look at. I'd love to see which 4 colours you choose to use, and see some pictures of your blankets. So we're about to start the unboxing of some of the yarn. This is the yarn where I'm fairly sure I know what's in here, and also it's been packaged up extremely well, so I'm actually going to go at it with a pair of scissors to try and get inside this particular box. Now I think I know what's in this one. It was the yarn that I mentioned earlier, but we will wait and see. Look, I'm nearly in there. I'm terrified of actually cutting through the yarn itself. My goodness, this person has packaged this incredibly well. I feel like a child opening presents at Christmas. I'm almost at the end, so I'm wondering if I can now just sort of rip this thing open. Possibly not. So, oh no, I have, oh yes, now this is the one that I remembered ordering, which is positive. If we have a look inside this package, I will try and show you as closely as possible. In fact, I might adjust the camera slightly so that you can see a little bit more of it. So, Malabrigo yarn, I think probably quite an old one. The labels have since changed. It's an absolutely gorgeous kind of mustardy, honey, harvest colour. That's what I would want to kind of call it. It reminds me of the colour of hay. It's very golden. I'm just going to change my camera angle slightly so that you can see it a bit better. Right, so I'm hoping that this is a better shot for you. I'll soon be able to tell when I start editing. I'm just going to move it out into the sunshine a little bit, see if that will help you to see it. Beautiful, beautiful golden. There's a little bit of orange across the top here. Anyway, I just wanted to say that buying yarn on eBay is definitely a very economical, very frugal, very thrifty way of purchasing your yarn. I believe this is probably quite old yarn, not vintage yarn, but old yarn, and all got for the bargain price of about £10. Usually when you buy yarn like this, it's £10 per skein, so it certainly feels like I've got this beautiful yarn for half price. Anyway, we're now going to go back and open the second package. Hey, so there we are. We're on to our second package of yarn, and this one is a complete mystery because I cannot remember what it was that I ordered. So we're going to have a little look in here. I'm quite excited by this one. I have to decide at some point what I'm going to make from this yarn. I don't want to leave it just sat there lying about, so I don't even know colour or anything. I just simply can't remember. So let's get into this package and see. Oh, hang on, I think that's our way in. Oh, interesting. Something I noticed is it's a similar colourway. I wonder if I was having a bit of a hankering after autumn. This is beautiful stuff. Let me grab it out of the packaging. Again, another very well packaged lot there. Look at how beautiful this is. So this is Louisa Harding and Albero, it looks like that says on there. This is a stunning colour. Again, I'm just going to change my camera angle to try and show it to you a lot better than this. Right, so here we go, and again I'm hoping that this is going to show the yarn off much better. Look at that colour. It's absolutely superb. Again, it's got a golden glowing harvest festival look to it. This one is probably more on the brown side, whereas I would say the first yarn was perhaps more of a golden colour. Anyway, I now have to think about what I'm going to make with these, and hopefully we'll show it to you at some point in the future. So anyway, we're back for some final stages of this episode. I want to show you a work in progress next, and then the beginnings of an idea, something that I'll probably share with you over coming episodes. So this work in progress, I'm going to hold it up and hope that you can see it really well. If not, I will include some photographs of it in the middle of this episode. So isn't that pretty? Love it. So this is the beginnings of a shawl, and it's a textured shawl. I don't know how much of that can be picked up on camera, but you can see that this is all beautifully kind of ridged as each row gets added. It's gorgeous, and that's just done by crocheting into the back loop of every stitch. So the pattern for this is the same pattern for another crazy Zalba ball shawl that I actually have on my website as well. There are some slight changes with this one, working into the back loop, and also a smaller size hook, just to bring the stitches closer together to get a very different type of drape from the previous one. I'll show you the other one in a future episode as well. The gorgeous colours just come from this bad boy. I love these crazy Zalba balls by Schoppelwool. It's a German brand of yarn, and they produce some beautiful yarns. And this one, you've got the colour changes, you've also got this amazing kind of twist where you get two colours twisted around each other, and I just think that's fantastic. I love it. So I'm making really good progress with that and hope to get that finished by the end of the summer. Now the final thing, let's just put that somewhere, the final thing that I wanted to share with you before moving on to another episode was the fact that I picked up one of these today. It's just a kind of fairly bog standard feather cushion pad, and I'm a little bit stuck, I think, for ideas of, actually no, I'm not stuck for ideas, I'm stuck for which of my ideas to go for. So I've got loads of spare yarn that I keep in a lovely old wooden chest, and I've been through it, and there's 3 or 4 different colours, different types of yarn that I'm quite interested in using on this cushion cover. But I think what I might do is show those to you in the next episode, and you can maybe help me decide. I'll talk you through perhaps 3 or 4 different options, and then you guys can say which one you think I should go ahead with. So everything that I've talked about, there are links to it sort of, you know, down below. If you've enjoyed this episode, then please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe would be fantastic, because there's lots of these episodes coming up in the future, and I'll be doing the same sort of thing. I'll be unboxing some yarn for you. I will be sharing projects that are completed, patterns that are available for you to use from my website, and then also just sharing some ideas with you, and perhaps asking for your opinion and advice on a few things as I move forward. Thank you very much. It's been a good episode. It's been good to talk to you, and I'll see you again soon.